Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna give you 10 useful and very effective tips on how you can master your English and diversify your learning process. As an English learner myself, I know that sometimes learning English can become a real struggle with a lot of different difficulties on your way. So if you want to know how to make your process more interesting and to improve your level of English, please continue watching this video. Tip number 1. Speak without fear. The biggest problem most people face in learning a new language is their own fear. They're just simply afraid of making mistakes or looking stupid, or for example, they don't like their accent, so they decide not to talk at all. Don't do this. Guys, please keep it in mind that the only way to learn anything is to do it again and again and again until you get it right. Like anything else, learning English requires a lot of practice. You can learn how to drive without driving a car, and you can learn how to speak English without speaking it. So please don't let your fear prevent you from getting what you want.
We're thinking.
What are you thinking about?
Believe me, everybody makes mistakes, even native speakers. So if you don't know how to say something in English, try not to translate it directly, but use your imagination in order to paraphrase what you want to communicate. Use simple expressions. Sometimes short and simple sentences will make you feel more comfortable and will help you to turn your thoughts into words. Tip number 2. Use all of your resources. Guys, even if you study English at a language school, it doesn't mean that you can learn it outside of class. You absolutely must use as many different tools, methods, and resources as possible, as it will allow you to learn faster. There are many different ways you can improve your English, so don't limit yourself to only one or two. The internet is a fantastic resource for virtually anything, and for the language learner, it's just perfect. There are tons of different websites, applications out there, so just please get online and use them wisely.
I think it's fantastic because it's just a new skill set for this new generation.
Tip number 3. Surround yourself with English. Really, just do it. Take notes in English, put English books all around your room and read them, of course. Listen to English music, radio, podcasts while traveling to work and back home. Watch English movies, television and news. Follow American and British bloggers and stars on Instagram and watch English videos here on YouTube.
Okay, you're ready to go. I've written down the basic commands so that anyone can understand them.
Most of the things cost nothing, but they are so effective. So remember, the more English material you have around you, the faster you will learn, and what's more important, the more it is likely that you will begin thinking in English. Tip number 4. Speak English with your friends. What always works for just everyone is to speak English with your friends. Like approximately a month ago, one of my best friends suggested that we should use English instead of Russian in our group chat in WhatsApp. And you know what? It was such a wonderful idea. So we switched the language, and from that moment on, we've been discussing all sorts of topics in English, like makeup, boys, love affairs, troubles, fashion, whatever. It surely can be a challenge at the very beginning, but then you will realize how effective that method is as long as you'll feel more comfortable with studying in English, and you will enrich your vocabulary with new words and structures. Moreover, you can motivate each other and you can learn by helping others with their problems. So just today, make that kind of agreement with your friends and stick to it. I promise you will be pleasantly surprised with the results of that decision. Tip number 5. Watch English movies and television a lot. By watching movies and TV series in English, especially those ones with the English subtitles, you can expand your vocabulary and hear the flow of actor speech at the normal speed. It is a great idea to pick up some movies and TV series that you have already seen in Russian and watch them again in English. You can also use the internet and search for things you're interested in, like your hobbies or things related to your job, for example, because it's logical that when you watch something that you're familiar with, it's much easier for you to understand them. By the way, as a bonus, by watching different English movies and TV series, you can master your understanding of different accents like American, British, Australian, and some others. Tip number 6. Read as much as you can, but try to use authentic materials, because reading English in textbooks can get boring, and sometimes text there may be kind of unnatural. That is why read something written for and by native speakers. It will be a bit challenging at first, but a lot more interesting once you can do it. Don't be afraid if you don't understand everything, and don't look up every single word in a dictionary, because you will start understanding things thanks to the context. The context is extremely important and will give you a lot of clues to the meaning of new words and expressions. Tip number 7. Develop all 4 language skills simultaneously, which means at the same time. Make sure to focus on all the skills: reading, writing, listening, and speaking. This will give you a more comprehensive approach and make you feel more confident. Because if you only know how to read and write, like some traditional teaching methods usually focus on, then you won't feel confident enough to speak English and you won't get what other people are talking about. That is why it is crucially important to cover all 4 areas at the same time.
I can talk English, I can walk English, I can laugh English, you bloody fellow.
Tip number 8. Listen to English music. Even if you're not very fond of music, listening to songs or music videos in English can help you improve your comprehension. You will learn a lot of new words and expressions you can use later on. As I view, the perfect way to learn is to get the lyrics to the songs you're listening to and to read them as the artist goes. There are several good internet sites where you can find words for the most songs. This way you will practice your reading and listening skills at the same time. You won't even notice the moment when you find yourself having memorized all the words from the song without any pressure. And if you like to sing, please do it.
But as long as you are with me, there's no place I'd rather be.
Tip number 9. Set a goal. It's really very important to find yourself a reason for studying. Do you want to get a promotion or be able to talk to your foreign colleagues? Or do you want to study or live abroad? Or for example, do you want to spend your next holiday in an English-speaking country?
London, baby!
Whatever your goal is, once you set it, better in a written form, stick to it. And here comes tip number 10, which is take responsibility.
Take responsibility to make your life happen.
Learning English requires a lot of time and dedication. I know it may sound boring, but you and only you can decide what you do, when and how you do it. Please remember that short and steady practice is much better for our brain than long and irregular periods. So you don't need to spend all day practicing, just a few minutes every day will be enough. Watch an interesting movie, read a book, listen to music, try to make it an everyday habit, and the results will be immediate. And I would probably want to add one more tip here, number 11 I guess, which is to watch my YouTube channel, because here you're gonna find a lot of useful information. I promise there's a lot more to come. So anyway guys, thank you for watching this video up to the end. Please subscribe to my channel, hit like if you like this video, and leave a comment on which tip you like the most. See you in my next videos.